Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady. What's your name?
My name is Uche.
Uche, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. And Uche, what do you do?
I'm doing my master's in health information technology. I'm also a program coordinator for a health IT company.
All right, so we did get pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Chris, 28, and I ain't gonna lie, your voice deeper than mine. So I can't even do it.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go on over here. Okay. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Ty, 25. Not gonna lie, she's gorgeous. It's the voice, unfortunately.
Okay.
I just can't imagine having conversations every day with you. But you look good. I can tell you're smart. It's just the voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Yeah, Josh, 26. She's really pretty. Nice smile, like your eyebrows.
Thank you.
It's just the voice. It's the voice.
Watch all of them sees the voice.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl tuadior Miauka, and I am back with another video. Today I actually want to talk about the show. Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh. Balloon or Find Love. You know, a really fun fact is that the girl in the opening clip, I actually went to school with her, so that's kind of weird, like, you know, small world, like, it's kind of trippy, but anyways, I really wanted to talk about the show because it is the cackle and the gift that keeps on giving. So this show is called Pop the Balloon or Find Love, and this was created by Arlette Amuli and her husband Balia Matundu to kind of give a new spin to blind dating. So the single is looking for a prospective dating partner. They will pop the balloon if they are not interested. And what is always so funny and iconic about the show is the rationale as to why the rejection is happening. So as you guys saw in the first clip, a lot of people were saying that because her voice was deeper. In hindsight 2020, you're like, this is so dumb. But I feel like one thing I really like about the show is it shows how trash the dating pool is right now. Like, just look at some of the clips that come from this show.
Welcome in. What's your name?
Quan,
Quan, how old are you?
27.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm an outreach organizer for the community. I help with house bills, fight for house bills. I mentor kids that's at risk of like going to prison. I also help people like get jobs or like training opportunities as well.
Very nice. All right. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So I like to travel. I like to go on like trails. Read. Knowledge is power. I like to go to different places, go on trails, go to like different art museums, things like that.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
Honestly, like I don't really look for something, but I like it's like certain things that I just don't go for. Like,
okay, so
if somebody like
right?
not emotionally mature or somebody that's like super loud all the time, like it's a time and place for everything. Mm-hmm. They certain things that I just don't go for, but I don't really have like a specific type.
Okay.
If you feel me.
So your deal breaker is someone who's loud all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other deal breakers?
I don't like females that have ugly feet though.
Ugly feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. All right.
You know what's actually said to me is that, like, you see the criteria, like the criteria is not loud and have ugly feet. Like, what? It was them popping the balloon while he was talking. That was the one that sent me. That sent me to the ground.
Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm Tiana. I'm 23.
How you doing?
I'm fine, and you? I would say you are a very handsome man. You're not ugly at all. I would say I pop my balloon because just the way you speak.
The way I speak? How I speak?
I just feel like it wouldn't clash with my personality. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't feel like we clicked initially. You know, there's nothing wrong with you at all. You're very handsome, but no, I don't feel like we clicked at all.
That's
like
fine.
intelligently, like just like that. You know.
But you said I'm not intelligent?
No, I'm not saying you're not. I
That
knew
is
that
crazy.
you were gonna go there. I'm not saying you're not intelligent. You're a very smart man. I'm not,
Okay, and I know exactly what she's trying to say here. Like, I know exactly what she's trying to say here. She's basically trying to say the way that he presents himself is not cute. Like, somebody in that grown age, you're supposed to be articulate. You're supposed to say, "Hi, my name is this. I work in this. We do a lot of things pertaining to this." But the way he's like, like, that should have been a 1 minute introduction. He couldn't even do that. So I understand what she's trying to say, but I guess she's trying to like spare his feelings. But I feel like the only thing that like really stuck with him was the fact that she said he was handsome.
Well, I was about to
but
quit.
like, you know, it's like you can see somebody and they speak a certain way, you'll be like, oh, no, I can't get used to that type of shit. You know,
I'm very educated, but I am from like Baltimore, so I do have a
Baltimore 410.
There's certain shit that there's certain things that you can change.
Res-
It don't matter where you're from. Like, you can change that.
respect.
Now, she's someone that's your type?
She cool. I mean, I don't really know her. Looking at her,
Yeah, like
she
I don't know
definitely,
you enough, so I don't really have a lot to go off of. I don't feel like we would click.
That's fine.
You know?
Sorry, that clip always sent me because they were like boom boom. But I get what she's trying to say.
Let's go see why she ended up popping over here. All right, your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Shelly, I'm 24. I'll be 25 next month. I ended up popping my balloon because I'm just not like sexually attracted. I'm like very like my man. And I just don't feel like I'll be like, oh, my man. I know that sounds a little explicit, but I was just thinking about it. I was hearing you out, had great responses. I love communication. I think you know, I love that you are open as far as like you don't have deal breakers. You're like trying to see and build with someone because I feel like the dating pool, people just exit people out for everything. But I was just like, dang, I don't see myself like crawling in bed.
Okay, so she just gave a really good point about how people just X themselves out for anything. But girl, you're just saying that you don't have sexual chemistry with somebody that you've never been intimate with. So I don't know if it's her way of saying like she doesn't find him attractive. I don't know how you would know that you have sexual energy with somebody if like you never were in that position. So that didn't make sense.
It in, yeah. So sorry.
So, is she someone that you would approach?
Cool. I wouldn't approach.
Okay.
You're cool. Pretty for sure.
I'm curious why you wouldn't
Right.
I personally wouldn't approach. I don't like the fit a little bit. I just don't like the heels.
Okay.
With the dress. So,
Ooh, not them zooming on the heels.
It's a little basic too.
It's them zooming on the heels. Why are they zooming on the heels?
Yeah.
And like the thing about the show that always gets me is the fact that like once the fact that when somebody gets rejected, they're kind of like, you can see how the guy's gonna take it like, or the girl's gonna take it like, they be flaming each other, they be joining on each other. Like, I knew that the reason why this guy like said what he said was because he felt hurt by what she said. Because it's like, to me, it didn't really make sense. It's like, just say that if you don't find him that attractive, like, just say you don't find him attractive, because to say that you don't have sexual chemistry with somebody that you've never been intimate with or never experienced it with, that's kind of weird and that's kind of crazy. But that's the thing. This is how the dating pool is being navigated. This is literally the things that are happening. People are, you know, whether it's on apps or people are just taking small minutia things and amplifying it as the reason why they can't find true love.
Come on in, don't be scared. What's your name?
my name is Tarius.
Tavarius, how old are you?
I'm 29.
And what do you do?
I'm on tour for PBS Children's Story.
Oh, like you write children's books or?
I have an animation company that I started when I was 21 years old.
Nice.
And then it's basically about my childhood. and teaching young black boys that black dads do care.
Wow, I love that. Oh, okay. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So I have a Airbnb that's kind of like in the lake, so I'm a nature boy. So I love to climb trees, my time off. I love to draw, and I honestly just like peace. So I do a lot of peace and help for people who like need emotional regulation.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I kind of take everybody for who they are. So if you are naturally more outgoing, I try to match that. If you're inside, I try to match that. So I'm kind of like, I like to make my woman happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, like, he has like really good things, and I know dang well the reason why they popped so quickly, and I'm not feeling that, is because they didn't find him like attractive or something. Like, for all of them to pop like that, they probably didn't find him attractive. But and I guess a lot of people in the dating space also have this issue where it's like, oh, I don't find them physically attracted, but they have things that are like good about them. But I feel like there has to be some type of balance. And I know that some people are kind of on the fence about this. Some people feel that attraction, like I know older generations feel like attraction will grow over time. I've heard that a lot. Whereas the newer generation is like, if I don't feel the spark, which is i.e. attraction, then it's not going to go. And even me myself have been guilty of overlooking people because I didn't feel the spark or because I didn't feel the connection. Especially when I was younger, girl. But I think that I feel like I like that this clip highlights that struggle and that dichotomy.
Deal breakers is if you don't have any passion, like if you don't know what you want to do in life, I kind of can't help you with that. You got to love yourself and figure that out for yourself.
Okay. I'm 26, and I initially popped it because of the outfit, but now that I get close to you and I heard what you say, I want my balloon back. Because I can always change your fit, baby. I love fashion. We can go shopping.
And I actually have more fits in my book bag back there. You know what I mean? Like,
Can you get that balloon?
yeah. I don't mind. She asked for it. I'll hand it to you.
Thank you. Okay, well, we back.
Okay, so again, here's where the issue comes. So you can see that because he talked about all the businesses and all the things that he's doing for himself, she uses the words, I got to actually know you. No, you didn't, girl. No, you didn't, girl. You found out that, he might have a little coin, he might have a little extra, he might, simp a little bit more. So now you feel like you like him all of a sudden. And that's another thing with the dating, is that sometimes people are not dating for love. People are dating for whatever reason, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Get it where you live. But if I was him, I would feel some type of way, because it's like it's like those prank videos that they used to have back in the day where it would be like, oh, like, this is my broke car, would you still date me if you knew this was my car? And then the girl rejects them and then they come out with a Ferrari and then the girl's like, oh my god, I really loved you the whole time. That's what it gave in this clip. Because if I was the guy, I would be feeling some type of way, like, no, you judged me upon how I looked. And you see, again, she gave that superficial reason about his fit not being cute. For me, I have dated people that like have been unconventionally attractive in their own ways, but I always try to think about people holistically. As long as you got something, you could miss out on really, really good things if you focus on the superficial.
All right, so we did get a few pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Let's start over here. If we can start with your name and age.
I'm Tiana, I'm 23.
And Tiana, what do you do?
I am a nurse extern, so I'll be graduating on December 12th to be an RN.
Congratulations. All right, so why did you end up popping your balloon?
He said a deal breaker for him was multiple children with multiple fathers, and I have two with two. Yeah.
All right, now prior to him saying that, you did have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
He's handsome. He has his stuff together, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So obviously, you said that multiple kids, multiple baby daddies is a deal breaker, but is she physically someone your type?
She is. So she's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Jordan. I'm 28.
Jordan, what do you do?
I'm a registered nurse.
Look at these nurses. Okay. All right, so why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because I have two kids and two baby daddies.
Ooh, not the nurses getting busy.
Now, before he said that, why was your balloon unpopped?
He fine.
Now, she's someone that's your type?
She fine. So yeah, she look good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That'd be
I understand the need of like physical attraction to your partner, especially like I know some girls will say like, oh, well, if a guy didn't find me attractive, he wouldn't date me, so I should find my man attractive. But some of these people, like physical attraction is literally all they go off of. Like they don't go off of, you know, what the person has or where the person came from. I think one thing that a lot of people actually overlook in this generation is the background of the people that they date. Not necessarily their criminal background, but like what kind of family did they grow up in? What are their values? What are their culture? Because that's going to influence how they treat you. And I know in this Pop the Balloon, you might not be able to see that because the person's not going to tell you their life story. But for me, that's like definitely one of my criteria. Like, I need to know your background because I need to know what you're coming with. I got to do the psychology analysis. I'm not playing with you.
why did you have your balloon unpop?
Yeah, I like your smile. I wanted to hear a little bit more, get to know you a little bit more. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So why do you end up popping his?
The only thing is I understand I'm short. I get that. I am pretty short and I'm shorter, you know, but it's just you're short too. So that's it.
Okay. And how tall are you?
I'm like 4'11".
Oh my god. Okay, and how tall are you again?
5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
I know, but you see, like,
See what?
You can look over your head.
See what? No, this show is too much. I actually can't.
yeah, but I can like, you know,
So you
look
want to
up.
like tippy toe?
Yeah.
Understandable.
Okay. Thank you, Eddie.
It's an interesting concept, but I don't think 50-50 is easy. Maybe not too possible, because I think a relationship just changes quite a bit. Some days it could be 70-30, 60-40. So 50-50, I just don't see it that way, you know. So it's just interchangeable. So
But what do you see it as, though, like a clear answer?
teamwork. Teamwork is never equal. There are some times I will be doing more than you, and there are sometimes you will be doing more. So yeah, I just see it as teamwork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you have your balloon unpopped for her?
So we have a lot of things in common. I think the keywords were the gym, cooking. I love cooking as well. Music. I like to listen to music. I'm probably not as talented as you are. So those things kind of captured my attention because you're very gorgeous. A lot of attention to detail with the outfit. So I appreciate that. So yeah.
Okay, so why did we end up popping his?
I actually really liked a lot of his responses. Like he said, we had a lot of things in common and stuff. I think the only thing that teared me away was the answer to the 50-50, because I don't play that.
Okay, so I really like this guy. I really like the way he talks about it. And I kind of get what he was saying about the whole 50-50 and the teamwork. Because there's this whole dichotomy online about 50-50 and like a man and provider man. And I get where she's coming from with that. Because, you know, I believe in that too. Because I believe in my provider man. I'm not playing. But I get what he's saying. And what he means by that is in every relationship, like it might not necessarily be financial 50-50, but it might just be the responsibilities in generals. There's going to be times where what if he loses his job and you as the woman or as the wife, you're going to have to pick up the slack. What if there's a time where you're trying to go back to school and he's the sole provider? I felt like that was where he was coming from, and I think it takes maturity to kind of see that and notice that, right? So that was what I got from it. It kind of does depend. I kind of understand that thing, and I thought that he explained it pretty well, because I think a lot of people get so caught up in like some of this like theatrics, they don't forget that in a real relationship, like you're going to have to pick up where the other person is weak, right? And I don't know if he was solely talking about finances, but I actually see it more so just being in a relationship in general. And so I think it takes a maturity. If you're in that mindset of I want to be a wife, you're going to have to pick up the slack where the partner is weak. but they should also help you when you are weak. That's how it's supposed to work. That's just my personal opinion as well.
I bet I could guess, but go ahead.
What would you say?
Probably all the stuff on my face.
The tattoos?
Yeah.
I'm not sure my mom would kind of approve.
Definitely respect that. I actually have like other things too.
Other things like what?
Ooh.
I got so many questions. But you know what? We're going to save that for another day. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next lady.
But I really like this clip because, okay, that's a mess. This girl is too cute to be out here with a split tongue, tap. And I get it, self-expression too. Like, I've always wanted to get a tattoo, but then I'm like, no, I don't want to, but I do want to. But I think he brings up a really good point. So in this clip, he talks about how he feels like his mother wouldn't approve. And as much as we don't want to feel like our parents, there are some people that actually really do care about how their family perceives the person that you're dating. And I think you should consider that to some extent if you're considering somebody seriously, not that you're dating for your family. And I feel like a lot of people, especially if you come from an ethnic background, you have this dilemma because sometimes you really like the person, but you know your parents going to say something, or you don't know how they're going to fit with the people in your life. And I think that that's an important thing to think about because you don't want to lead the other person wrong. You don't want the other person to be thinking something, but at the same time, you want to make sure that that person can actually be happy in your life. Actually respect people that consider what the people in their life feel about their relationships and don't lead people on because of that. But I think that the problem in the dating space is that that stuff is not clear because people want their pie and eat it too. Like, you might be dating a guy that you know, like, your parents are not going to approve of, but he's fun. He has good eggplant, you know, or something like that. Or you may be dating a girl that you know is like your mother would not be cool with. Like, you already know that, but you're like kind of wasting her time. So I think in the dating space, it's really important for you to like be like, if you value family opinion or people in your life messing with your partner, because some people don't value that. Some people are like, no, who I want is what I want. I'll deal with the consequences. I'm standing up for my partner. But some people consider their family's opinion. And I think that what's another thing that makes dating hard because you might not be privy to that, right? But I think that that's where the honest communications happen. So as we've been looking at these clips, we've been seeing this dating show and it's a mess. It's a cackle. It's a key. I enjoy seeing the clips. I enjoy the episodes because it's really funny. But I think it goes into the deeper issues of what is going on in this dating world climate. The dating climate and the bar. Is it? Okay. Is it? All right. So it's tough. You know, imagine if you're single and this is how people are really perceiving the space. People are rejecting you because you're too tall or rejecting you because you're too short, even though they are shorter than you. They're rejecting you because you're short, because they feel like they deserve more. And I feel that everyone has, you know, I made a video about this in the past about how I feel like, especially in Gen Z and these newer generations coming up, is that we tend to feel like we are the main character syndrome. And we have all this me, I'm going to make my life better and my life this and my. And I deserve this, I deserve this. And nobody's saying you can't have high standards, but is it a preference or is it a standard? You know, I feel like a standard is I want my person to be educated, because that is something that people can have. But a preference is I want him to be tall, light-skinned, with tatted and curly hair, right? I feel like that's a preference, because just because somebody looks like that, that doesn't mean that they're going to be a good partner to you, right? I think it's good to, you know, have your preferences if you want, but I don't think you should date off of preferences. And I feel that a lot of people, especially a lot of miss out on love because we're so fixated on these superficial things. Like that girl that said that she don't have sexual chemistry with somebody that she's never been intimate with before. You guys have never been on a date. You don't know each other. How do you know that you don't have it, right? And I'm not saying that we should settle for people that we don't like, but we have to understand that nobody is perfect. And I like that this show kind of highlights the infallacies, because this is what we're really going through in real life. We're going through people just rejecting you for no reason, rejecting you just because like they hate your shirt, they hate the way you dress. But these are things that can be changed. These are things that can be better. What happened to working together towards a common goal? What happened to meeting people where they're at? Of course, you should have your standards, but also understand that when you're in a relationship, if you're in a real relationship, and mind you, the people that are actually together, like the people that are actually married or actually in relationships, they'll tell you it was not these dating standards that you see here, right? The people who are actually happy, because you'll notice the people that are actually happy and together, they're not all up on social media posting. They're not all up on, talking about their business. They're happy enjoying their relationships. And I think that this show, is really important to the culture. I actually love the concept. I love it because I feel like it's really, really pointing out what's going on. And I think that as we watch the show, we're like looking at it and we're like, this is so ridiculous. But this is what we ourselves who are single, this is what we're doing every day. And I think it's important for us to get back to a state where we get to know the people that we date. We have our standards, we have our boundaries, but we focus on getting to know people for who they are holistically. Because a lot of people are dating for superficial reasons, and they're finding themselves in really permanent issues because they are dating for superficial reasons. We need to focus on the person's values. We need to focus on what they want to do in their life. We need to focus on how much that they are growing. We need to focus on their interests, what we can do together, what can we bond on, not just whether they're tall, dark, and handsome or whether they got a fat ass. Like, we're not worried about that. Okay, also, I really wanted to tell you guys that I need to get my other platforms on social media going. I have my Instagram account at tuadior. It is looking empty. It just has my pictures on it. I will follow you back. So I really, really, really want to know what you guys think about the show. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed making this. And I will catch you guys in the next one.